Well, I have a treat for you today. I'm with Heather. We're down at Rita Lee's nursery down here in Jervis, and we are in your greenhouse full of amazing succulents and cactus. I don't know if I've ever seen such a large collection in the here. And a treat today is you're going to be down at the Subaru Garden Fest today from 11 to 3 and have a great selection of all of these down with you for sale. And so you have kind of a little smattering up here. So tell us kind of about what you do and what you're growing and what you're going to be offering today at the show.
Well, we primarily grow indoor succulents and cactus, and we're going to offer all of these. They will all be down there. Probably one of my favorites, or one for like the most easiest grower, is going to be this one right here. It's a Mammillaria buxana. It blooms very easily. It blooms all spring through summer continuously, and it's blooms just as heavy as it does in the spring as it does now in late summer.
Right, because there's so many different varieties when you put them all together. There's such slight differences, but some really advanced differences too.
Yes, yes. So most of your cacti like full sun, or if you're going to put them indoors for the winter, a bright window would do them very well. And you can put them outside also in the summertime. Just be mindful not to put them in direct sun right away, otherwise they do burn.
Which is interesting, because you think of cactus as like,
yes,
cooking in the hot desert sun, right?
Right, but our greenhouses are UV protected, and we run shade cloth also.
Okay.
Otherwise, when we had those 100-degree days, we had several plants actually burn. Even though we had shade cloth on and we had fans and everything, it was just too hot.
Right. So there's a little bit of care that people that are
yes,
doing these, you can definitely teach them how to do that. So I mean, looking at this selection, we're talking about how many hundreds of different varieties that you grow.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And most of these, are you doing them from seeds or from cuttings, or how are you?
So we do a mixture of both. Some seeds. Several of what we call ball cactus are grown from seed only, and they take anywhere from 3 to 5 years before we can sell them.
Wow.
Something with a pup on it, or like an offset, we will usually propagate that, and depending on how big it is, we can usually sell that within a year to 2 years.
Okay. And so people that are just getting into succulents, because they're quite the rage and people are super excited about those. Where do you begin? Is there some that are, you talked about some that are maybe a little easier to grow? Is there other suggestions for where to begin for succulents, or is it more kind of look that you like?
I would base it on what kind of light you have in your house.
Okay.
If you have really bright light, your cactus are going to do much better than what like a Haworthia or a Gastria will.
Okay.
Just because they like lighter shade, or like maybe a bright indirect window. Okay. They don't want to have the beaten sun on them. So I would first start with what kind of light you have in your house before you kind of make that choice, and then go from there.
Right. And there are some in here that you are taking down to the show that are more shade tolerant ones also.
Yes, we will have sun and shade, and some that could do both.
Excellent. So the selection is pretty staggering looking at this. So I'm excited to come down and do shopping at the show today. So if you're down in the Salem area, make sure you come down to the Subaru Fall Garden Sale, where Heather will be down with this great selection of plants. And if for some reason you can't make it down today, where are some other places that they can go to get your plants?
So we sell to our local garden retailers, Al's Fruit and Shrub. We also are working on a website, and you can look us up at ritaleesnursery.com and send me an email through there, or we also have a Facebook page.
So great. So make sure you come down to the Subaru Fall Garden Sale today and come visit and pick up some great succulents. Or for more information on the nursery or where you can get it, make sure you go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over to the link. So Heather, it's been a pleasure to be out here. I can't wait to go meander through more of the greenhouses and see some of these amazing plants.
Thank you.
Thank you.